I like to listen to very influential people, even the most controversial ones. And I consider myself fairly conservative a person, but I can tolerate the left. A lot of people cannot. I can tolerate the left. I don't use words like dumb for people on the left or just because they have a different ideology from mine. I just disagree with them, right? But I don't call them dumb. I don't think they're intellectually at the bottom just because of their political ideology. Everybody has a reason why they believe in certain they have certain ideologies, right? Everybody has a reason why. Some is upbringing, how you were raised, how you were brought up. Some of it is where you're from, what the culture is of the place that you're from. Some of it is religious attachment, what your religious beliefs are. Some of it is also your family composition or your family, extended family relationships and how things are done in a particular family. And some of it is also very national. There's a lot of people that are from countries where culturally, well, I'd say cultural, not national, but cultural. Okay. So I won't look at all these components that I listed and just use that to say that somebody's a fool or somebody's not smart or somebody's an idiot just because he believes a certain way. No, I don't do that. I just want to always look at this from issue to issue, policy to policy. There's some things on the left that I can understand why they have it, may not necessarily agree with it, but I understand it, and that's the whole point. The goal is to be able to understand.
And I look at the people that defend this administration, and I seriously wonder, just what is the argument anymore? Who else is out there? Is there anyone out there that still believes in this administration? That is, let's say, under the age of 50. Important caveat, because I know there's a lot of Fox News boomers, and that's what it is. They're watching Fox News every night. They're watching Jesse Waters, and for them, everything's going great. It's the greatest. Trump shut down the greatest economy to save the world by preventing Iran from getting a nuke. But for everybody else that lives in reality, I don't even know what the argument is. And I've seen a lot of the number one plan trusters. They've come my way. People that thought they were so clever. They thought they were so smart. People, I saw somebody say on Twitter, well, I had information in 2024 that Trump was going to be really good, and now I have information that he isn't. Yeah, it's called you were lied to because you are fucking stupid. That's what that's called. I saw one of the biggest plan trusters on Twitter. I'm not going to name his name. We don't need to give him any attention. But I saw one of the big plan trusters who was so cocky, such a big plan truster, Trump cultist. Oh, the third worldists, they don't get it. You're just obsessed with Israel. All that is overblown. BAP is right about everything. A lot of this kind of content, 2024, 2025, now all of a sudden the same guy is a Trump hater. And goes, well, but, it's okay because during the election, I was talking to people. I knew people that were going to be in the admin. I had information. I knew it was going to be good. So I have no regrets. Hindsight's only 2020. Because back then I had assurances. Now I know better. Yeah, it's called they lied to you, stupid. Everybody knows people in the administration if you're in politics. And let me clue you in on this is going to be a little bit of a rant here, and then we'll get on into the news. But let me clue you in, because you, the listener at home, you need to know this. You have a regular job, let's say. Maybe you're a mother of a few children. Maybe you're a dad that you have a normie job. Maybe you're a lawyer. Maybe you're a college student. Maybe you have no interface with politics. Let me explain to you how this works. It is all a patronage network. What is patronage? I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. People that are higher up in the food chain, people that are higher up in the pyramid, they reach down to the college Republicans, to the lowly interns, to the very, very junior level bureaucrats or staffers, people that are LARPing like they're in West Wing or House of Cards, and they trade and they say, well, I will give you access. I will give you information. I will give you a job. I will give you a sinecure if you're loyal to me, if you work for me, if you're my guy. And in some cases, the benefits that are conferred by the junior level people, well, let's just say it's all kinds of benefits, but sometimes it's not raunchy, sometimes it's professional. This is how it works. Now, every influencer that you follow, literally every influencer, with the exception of me, and I can say this because, as you know, I am outside the system. I'm radioactive. Nobody wants to touch me with a 10-foot pole. I'm the nigger of politics. So I am totally outside the patronage system. I'm lucky if they let me in through the back door. Nobody wants to be seen with me. I have to drink through it.
Did he just use the N-word? Let me see. Let me go back. I may have to slow this down. Let's slow this down. But Nick doesn't care. He'll use it. He'll use it. He doesn't care. Let's see. Is that what it said? Where do I slow it down here? Let's go.
Outside the system. I'm radioactive. Nobody wants to touch me with a 10-foot pole. I'm the nigger of politics.
He did. And I'm sure other people are watching me and say, why is this guy laughing? I'm supposed to be offended. No, I'm not. I'm not Black American. I'm not offended by that stuff. I'm African. They don't. I'm African. That word doesn't apply to us. That's the American part of the Black coalition. So if you're watching this thinking that it offends me, it doesn't. I don't use the word. I don't use it in my communication, but it doesn't apply to me, and it doesn't apply to my people, right? So I don't care. I don't care. So in case you're new to the channel, you're thinking, why is this guy not reacting crazy to what Nick just said? No, it's an expression that he's making. He's using it to mean that is a group that people don't want to see as like negative. So he's a negative of the politics in that sense. And that name is usually associated with a certain group of people that do, street stuff and horrible things and gang banging and all that stuff. The negative stuff, right? What the other community calls the YNs, right? I'm not part of that community. I am a Black man from Africa. Okay, I'm an African. I'm a Ghanaian. In Ghana, we don't use that word. It's never been associated with Ghanaians. So I understand it. Some people will get triggered and offended by it, but I'm not. This is something you guys need to sort out amongst Americans, amongst yourselves. Okay, I don't have any stake in it. But because he said it, I just thought, okay, let me go back and listen to it and just to make sure if that's the expression he said. But when I started this was one of the things that I talked about. I'm not offended by speech. So I want to hear people's expressions, why people say certain things. I like provocative commentary. And I'm not gonna be so sensitive to a word, which is one thing that blows my mind in America, how people become so sensitive to just a word. A word is enough to get you fired from work. Like, geez, it's just a spoken word, move on, right? Or it'll get you classified as racist, anti-Semite, all that stuff. Okay, so, but, I'm sure there's some of these guys will be in the comment section going all crazy about this, but I didn't say it. But this is my reaction to it. It is not applicable to my community. We're not sensitive to that word. That is more of an American thing, and the American blacks, or what I call the Western blacks, they are the ones that kind of have a stake in this, and I don't. They can go to Nick and express their viewpoint on it. I got nothing to say. This is how I look at it. If you're saying it in your music, if you are saying it amongst yourselves, okay, if you guys are saying it in your music, in your YouTube commentaries amongst yourselves, and you're cool with it and you're singing about it, I think it's fair game. Then everybody can say it. Or if you don't want a specific group of people to say it, then don't use that word. Abolish it completely. But as long as you guys are cool with calling yourself that, you're calling your girls that, your girls are calling you that, it's general lingo. I don't think you should exclude a certain group of people from it. They are humans too, okay? So if you don't want it to be a word adopted in the English dictionary, then just get rid of it. Don't be saying it. But as long as you guys are saying it, I guess they are going to say it. But again, I don't have any stake in this. It doesn't offend me. I actually thought it was funny, right? But maybe the guys in that community can explain what that means to them and why they are so sensitive about it. Maybe there's some historical context to it. I'm not interested in learning that. I don't know it. I don't care. All right.
That you follow. Literally every influencer, with the exception of me, and I can say this because, as you know, I am outside the system. I'm radioactive. Nobody wants to touch me with a 10-foot pole. I'm the nigger of politics. So I am totally outside the patronage system. I'm lucky if they let me in through the back door. Nobody wants to be seen with me. I have to drink through a separate water fountain. I have to use the outhouse. This is how I'm treated. So let me tell you how it works for everybody else. All these influencers that sold you Trumpism in 24 and 25. All these people that are telling you, trust the plan. No, really, it's going to be great. Our guys are going to be in charge. The posters are in control. All these people, they're all part of this patronage network. Why did they think Trumpism was going to be successful? Well, some of them were literally being paid. Some of them, many of them were literally being paid to say that under the table. And maybe they weren't being paid to say vote for Trump because that's electioneering, but they were being paid to say other things like, we have to vote Republican, or I don't know, things that are, it depends on the exact wording of it, how it's regulated.
Well, yeah, a lot of these people are also, they're not just influencers, they're operators. They're operators of the political game. They know what to tell an electorate, and they also have legal backing. They go through the laws and they learn what they can do, what they cannot do, so that they stay out of trouble and find that loophole. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. They find a loophole that allows them to do what they need to do. And eventually everybody profits of this whole political thing. The left does it, the right does it, and the people are stuck in the middle. This is why I'm a huge proponent of limited government, but it's only theory in conservative spaces. It's just a theoretical or hopeful thing. I don't think it's ever going to be achieved. And it wows us up and it makes us want to always vote because we think that we're going to be shrinking the government. And soon as Elon Musk comes in and tries to shrink the government, he's told, you're cutting too much, you got to go, right? That's the whole point. But anyway, let me know what you think about what Nick had to say.